Alright, up next is Yasuo. They have two special rules. All units are granted 2 power on the round end. And on the round start, they summon a powder monkey. So that's going to be interesting. And we can try using Annie here. Or we can use anyone else, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go for Annie, see how she goes. We do have Luden's Tempest on her. And we also have Everfrost. And we're going to take on Yasuo. And this is the Shadow Portal. I already went over the special powers for this map. Alright. So here's our first power. We have Battlefield Training, Reset, or Rush them down. We'll go for Reset. The 3 Chrono Breaks are nice. And we have the Reckless Trifarian up next with Incapacitation. Damaged units can't block, which is going to be fun. This is my first time doing the weekly adventure, so I didn't check out the map ahead of time. I don't know what to expect. I'll see how it goes though. They do start with the attack token. And we don't have anything in hand to block the powder monkey, but they're just going to go for an attack, so that's okay too. We'll drop down Annie here. Although we can't utilize her Everfrost, that's okay. We do have Chrono Break just in case. And here we're going to drop down a Spellslinger, and that's going to stun their powder monkey. And we have some spell mana for Guile as well. Okay, so we're going to use Guile on the Arena Battlecaster. That way they have no units to block with. They only have 1 mana left. So they're just open wide for pretty heavy attack here. Any spell does hurt quite a bit. And to drop her down early, we were able to utilize Empire Above All. So we can use her a bit more offensively than before. Here we're going to use Guile, and we're going to stun their Reckless Trifarian on their attack turn. They do attack with both units here. We're going to block with both Annie and with the Spellslinger. And you might be like, well, that's horrible. Why would you do that? Well, we're going to drop down Annie here first. And we're going to use Chrono Break. We're going to commit to this. Chrono Break revives all allies that died this round, and then we get Rally. So now we have the double Annie experience. And this is a guaranteed win for us. So sometimes having additional copies in your hand is a great thing. Especially whenever you get powers like that. And cards like that. Alright, so we're gonna just give Hextech Fabricator to Chrono Break. That of course is gonna make more copies for us too. And we have the support champion. Swain's pretty nice here. We can go for Kindred too, but I don't care for her supporting cards. And she only has regeneration. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for Swain. He does have Quick Strike Blade, which is cool. So, up here we have the item chest, champion item chest, or store. We're going to go up against the Mana Soul student. And that's going to help Annie a lot too, actually. Since the Mana Soul student is a part of her starting deck. And the card's effects actually buff Annie. In a way, we're able to utilize it pretty well. Kind of figures. We're going to replace both of our Mana Soul students though. Since we already have one on the board. We don't have level 20 yet with Annie, so we don't have Hero's Welcome. Alright, they're immediately attacking. To conserve health, I think we're going to have to sacrifice our Mana Soul Student. And we'll use Ravenous Block on the Mana Soul Student, and that's going to take out theirs. Now we almost leveled up Swain off of that. That's pretty nice for us. Alright, so here we're going to use Guile on their Powder Monkey. It's going to die anyways, but it is our attack turn. And we're going to drop down the Spell Slinger, and we're going to stun theirs. This is kind of funny, it's like I'm going up against myself in a way. And we're going to attack with it, of course. Let's go and put a little bit of damage on their Nexus, but free attack, can't complain.
Fight doesn't hurt, Venom sure does.
Alright, so they do stun our Spell Slinger with theirs. What we can do here is we can drop down Guile, and we can stun their 3-1 Spell Slinger. Ooh, okay. And they use Ravenous Block there too. Damn. Okay, well, I guess we could use our Ravenous Block on their Spell Slinger in return. And whenever we drop down Swain, which should be next round, he'll level up pretty much immediately. But we do take some damage before that. We could use Chrono Break, but I don't think it's really worth it. So we're just going to pass and keep our 3 spell mana. We want to be able to use the play effect of the Imperial Demolitionist. Okay, well, now I actually have a choice. I could actually drop down any 2. But I think Swain's just better overall. We'll be able to attack twice here, which is nice. And he also has Fearsome.
You like spiders?
Alright, so we're going to use Guile on their Mana Soul Student.
That's so cool.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we weren't able to get the double attack of Swain. But we do have another copy of Swain in hand. So I guess it's not the worst. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. I'll drop Swain back down, I feel. I feel like that's probably the best thing to do at this point. And that's okay. I mean, their Mana Soul Student would be defeated by that either way. And thanks to Overwhelm, Swain takes out the rest of their cards. And we'll drop down Annie, since we do get 2 power. Okay, well, we have enough damage to end here. So, we're gonna go for it. We'll see how it goes. Their Powder Monkey can't block our Swain, so we don't have to worry about that thanks to Fearsome. They did hit us for quite a bit this round. We only have 20 Nexus health left.
Let's go make some more friends.
And both the Minotaur Reckoner and Blade's Edge is pretty nice for us. I don't know which one's better, I'd say, but the Blade's Edge is free, so I like free things. It's nice. We're probably going to go up against Lord Broadmane here. I don't care if we're going up against a Crimson Aristocrat. They are pretty strong and obnoxious to deal with most of the time. And since we are relying a lot on Swain, I think the champion item chest would just be better. And we can go for regeneration on him, that's not bad. And we're going to go into Lord Broadmane. He has the same powers he did for the last adventure. Skill rewarded. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Oh well. Anyways, we are going to keep this hand. It's alright. We do have the attack turn to start with. We'll use our free Blade's Edge immediately to take out their Powder Monkey. And now we'll drop down our Legion Saboteur. And we'll attack with it. It does hit for 5 damage, which is nice. And we'll end the round there. Okay, so we have an option here. We can drop down the Prefect, or we can drop down Death's Hand. Either way is alright, I feel. So, Prefect. They attack with all their units. We're just going to commit to this block like this. Yeah, we are going to take 3 damage. And we'll lose a unit. We'll clear their board in return. And we'll keep our 1 spell mana. There's nothing to use it on, really. Okay, so we're going to use Guile on their Powder Monkey to start off. As you can see, we have 4 spell mana. There's no point in us dropping down Swain. And they do use the Spell Slinger, but we'll use Death's Hand on it. It's going to deal a bit to their Nexus. And we also got the Noble Rebel. We don't have any other way of discarding, really, aside from just our fleeting cards, so we're going to commit to this attack. And we'll end the round there. It's now time for us to play Swain, which I'm excited for. He does have Overwhelm whenever he levels up, and we still have Quick Strike Blade on him, so it'll be a good time. Not for them, of course. It won't be that good of a time for them. Lucky for us, we also have Regeneration on him too, which is fantastic. And thanks to Overwhelm, they also lose their Spell Slinger. And they take a bit of Nexus damage there too. And we're gonna pass. Alright, they're going to go for the attack here. We're just going to block the House Spider with Swain. And we'll eat the 1 damage. I don't like eating damage as much as I have been, but I mean, it's better to keep my units, I feel, at this point. Alright, so no matter what, Swain wins once we attack, so we're just gonna go for the attack outright. And there we go.
My country.
Ugh.
Only one way.
Awesome, and we also got a champion item chest for Shurima off our region roads. Alright, so we're going to go for the Mana Soul Student with Vampiric Scepter. And we're going to go into the shop here. We don't need the gold chest for anything. So we have some nice options here. We're going to check out the powers real quick. Alright, so we can get a free Blade's Edge in hand every turn. Besides that, there are some good options here. The Imperial Demolitionist is nice, but it only has Spell Shield. Pale Cascade's really cool. And the Minotaur Reckoner with Fearsome is alright too. I mean, it's still a 6 cost. So we're gonna go for Bouncing Blades, get our free Blade's Edge here. And we're probably just gonna go for Pale Cascade, to be honest. I hope we have enough to heal to full health. Oh, we're 5 gold under. Oh well, we're gonna have to beat Swain with 22 health. He has the power of Suffer, but we also have we also are being supported by Swain himself too. So, as long as we get through this, we'll be healed to full health and we don't have to worry about it. Whew. Sorry for yawning. We're going to replace Pale Cascade here and Disintegrate, and we'll keep our Captive Greyback and Imperial Demolitionist. Okay, we'll drop down our Health Spider first.
If they don't break, burn.
Nice. And their Imperial Demolitionist is going to take out their Powder Monkey. We're just going to resolve that then. We'll let that go through. Yeah, I'll take damage there. That's fine. That's going to also help us level up Swain. And we'll get away with 3 attack. There's 3 damage to their Nexus. And we'll end the round there. We'll use Blade's Edge here to take out both of their units. And we'll commit to this. Lucky for us, we already made Blade's Edge free. So now they have to play another card. And if they're not going to. We'll drop down the Mana Soul Student. And that's going to heal our Nexus up a bit. And we'll end the round there. This time around, we'll drop down our Captive Greyback. And we're going to use Blade's Edge once again, this time on their Legion Grenadier. And that activates Mana Soul Student's Magic Embers. And we're just going to attack here with everyone. They only have 2 units to block with. So, we'll win here. Seems like with just enough damage. Yeah. Alright, that went pretty well. Okay, so we're going to go for Farsight Alteration on Annie. And up next we have Power to pick from. We could go for 2 Bouncing Blades. That'd make things interesting, I suppose. Well, we could go up against a Minotaur Reckoner. Since they deal 2 to stun units, I mean, if they stun our unit, they basically die. That's pretty much what happens there. Alternatively, we could go up against the Herald of Spring. As a support group, just like in the last portal. I think that's just the easier choice. Alright, and we are going to replace our Mana Soul Student. We're going to keep Death Sand, and we're going to keep Swain. Alright, we're going to open up with Annie. And she's going to stun their Powder Monkey. They attack with Young Witch here. We're going to drop down Blade's Edge on both of their units. I like having free Blade's Edges. This is fun. And we're going to pass. We're not going to use Disintegrate. There's no point. Alright, this time around we're going to drop down the Mana Soul Student. They do have Vampiric Scepter, which is nice for us. And we're going to use both of our Blade's Edges once again on both their units. They don't have any mana, so nothing they can do about it. And now we're going to attack with both of our units for 11 damage, apparently. And that levels up Annie, which is great. Alright, and we'll end our round there. Obviously, once again, there's no point for us to use Disintegrate. Okay, so rinse and repeat, more or less. Double Blade's Edge. They still have mana though this time around. Alright, so we are going to use Death's Hand on their Fuzzy Caretaker and get some more damage off on them. And we'll drop down the Pale Cascade just to get the Grifter stack rolling. And that will also give us another draw too. Okay, and we'll end our round there. It's now our attack turn. We have enough damage to end here. We're going to attack with all of our units. We're going to use Blade's Edge this time on their Nexus. And we'll commit to this attack. They only have their Powder Monkey, so we're going to eat 1 damage off of this, but hey, we win, so. Alright.
Did you like that, Gypsies? Wasn't it fun?
Alright, so to continue, we have the battle rewards from that match. We could go for Predict with Ravenous Flock. Alternatively, we could go for Legion Saboteur with Barrier. The Legion Rearguard with the Quick Strike Blade's okay too. I suppose all these are alright. And we'll just go for the Barrier from the 1 unit. We have gold chests there. We went for the gold, obviously. Otherwise, our other options to leave. Out of these, we do get Guile for free with Fleeting, but with us having 2 Bouncing Blade powers, there's no point in us going for that. Same could be said for Death's Lotus. I think it's going to hurt us more than help us. And we could go for the Chilling Prophecy, however, that's just going to be a waste, in my opinion. We'll go for Disintegrate with Ardent Sensor. Although we haven't been using Disintegrate, it'll at least have more power behind it if we decide to. And we do have 760 gold. We can go for the Smooth Soloist here. She lets us buy powers. Would be nice. And we're going to go up against a Trifarian Glory Seeker with Militant March. When their units strike for 5 or more damage, they're granted 2/2. Alright, well, we don't need a Blade's Edge immediately in our hand. And we'll commit to the rest of our hand, though. Okay. We'll start off by dropping down Annie. We do have the attack token, but stunning their Powder Monkey's nice, in my opinion. And we're going to use Blade's Edge on their Snapper and on their Nexus. And we're going to commit to this before we attack. Oh, they dropped down another one. We'll use Guile on it this time around. And now we'll attack with Annie, and we'll get some free damage off on this. She's already pretty close to leveling up, which is nice. And we'll end our round there. We do have Chrono Break, so we could use Annie to block. But we have only 3 mana, so we'll see. We'll use both of the Blade's Edges here to take out their Noxus units, the Thrashing Snapper and the Reckless Trifarian. That levels up Annie, of course.
Then the fire, then the...
So now she's even stronger, and she'll be able to block the Powder Monkey. They don't have any power, or they don't have any mana left. So it's not the worst thing ever. We'll go for this block, we'll eat 1 damage. And up next, we'll drop down our House Spider. And we'll retain our 1 spell mana. Here we'll drop down our Captive Greyback. And we'll use Blade's Edge on the Reckless Trifarian. Although it can't block, so maybe not. Maybe not just yet. We'll commit to this attack first before we do that. Yeah, we won either way. Alright. We're going to use our Blade's Edge on their Nexus. Just to get some more damage off, I feel. This is a pretty easy encounter, in my opinion. We did lose some damage just because, you know, powder monkeys, basically.
Did you like that, Tippers? Wasn't it fun?
Well, we did lose some health, not damage. Oh well. Anyways, we have the battle rewards coming up after this. And we're going to be level 19, it seems, with Annie, which is nice. Oh, we have the mana deposit on Rune Reckoner, or he can go for Swain with Iceborne Gauntlet. Since he does have regeneration, this isn't bad. Rune Reckoner with mana deposit's also really nice. Since Midnight Raid, we'd be able to use just pretty much after that, and then we get a free attack. Rune Reckoner would be fun, Swain's fun too. Hard decision, but neither of these are bad decisions, I don't think. We'll go for the Iceborne Gauntlet, and into the Smooth Soloist, where we can pick a power. We do have our rerolls left, and after this we have the Healing Node and Yasuo. So, with that being said, we're going to reroll. And we'll go for Yip's Genius. And we'll go into the Healing Node here. Obviously, we're going to heal the rest of our Nexus health. And we'll go up against Yasuo here. He does have the power Gathering Storm. When their units attack, they stun the weakest unit, and they draw 1. So my plan is to utilize our Blade's Edge that we get for free. Neutralize their board as much as we can. Like we have been. Well, speaking of which, well, that's definitely going to do it. We're just going to keep this hand. We'll roll with it. I'm okay with that. 4 Blade's Edges and an Annie. Sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. We'll drop down Annie immediately.
Wait, I want Annie.
And here, we're going to use our Blade's Edge on just about everything. And we're going to do this before we attack, obviously. If we attack at the same time, they could use one of these units to ghost block our Annie. Isn't nice. And we're going to attack with her here for another 7 damage. And she's almost leveled up already, which is nice. Alright, we're going to end around there. I mean, we could have used Gaio and leveled her up, but it'd just be a waste of mana.
I go with a road.
Okay. We'll just use Blade's Edge on both of them so we don't have to block. This, of course, levels up Annie.
First the smoke, then the fire, then the
Beautiful. Alright, and we're going to drop down the Mana Soul Student maybe next turn to utilize its Vampiric Scepter. The reason why next turn is because of their Powder Monkeys, of course. Here we go, Blade's Edge on... Well, maybe... We'll use Guile on their Powder Monkey first. We'll do things a bit differently. I wanted to draw them, make sure they drop down a card so I know what they're going to do. We're going to use Blade's Edge here. And we could use Ravenous Flock, and that's... But Swain's already going to level up anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. We'll use Blade's Edge on their Nexus there, too. They can't block with their Powder Monkey, so I'm going to wait another turn to drop down the Mana Soul Student. But if I drop down the Spellslinger, we'll just take it out.
It's Kythera, Annie. Hey, Dippers.
Anyways, we're gonna attack here with both of our units, and that's gonna end the game. Unless they have something that they can do with 1 mana. We hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we have one more portal to do on our weekly adventure.